We interrupt this program to bring you an important Wayfair message. Wayfair's got style tips for every home. This is Nicole Byer, helping you make those rooms flyer. Today's style tip: when it comes to making a statement, treat bold patterns like neutrals. Go wild! Like an untamed animal print area rug under a rustic farmhouse table from Wayfair.com. Ooh, fierce! This has been your Wayfair style tip to keep those interiors superior.
Wayfair, every style, every home.
We interrupt this program to bring you an important Wayfair message. Wayfair's got style tips for every home. This is Styles Mackenzie helping you make those rooms sing. Today's style tip: when it comes to making a statement, treat bold patterns like neutrals. Go wild, like an untamed animal print area rug under a rustic farmhouse table from Wayfair.com. Arr, fierce. This has been your Wayfair style tip to keep those interiors superior.
Wayfair, every style, every home.
It is time to leave your worries outside and laugh with us inside the Treehouse. I'm Dan O'Malley, along with Raj Sharma, and today's special guest, back for more, Rebecca Black. Yay!
Hello. Thank you for having me back, and so quickly, I feel like.
Yes. It has nothing to do with you wandering around in circles around the treehouse, just looking up longingly, like, can I come in?
Begging, please let me in. I just love you guys so much.
Has nothing to do with that. So yeah, welcome to Monday, May 12th, 2025. Our dear friend Trey is kind of in limbo today because he had a mishap at his home the other day. I want to save the story for him to tell it because the way Trey told me and Raj the story in our Treehouse group chat is very, very Trey specific. And I feel like it's his story to tell, and I don't want to take that from him. So if he's able to come on and share it with us today, then we'll do that. Otherwise, we'll save it for another time.
Can you elaborate on Trey specific? Because I don't necessarily feel like that's a compliment.
No, it's more of a statement of fact.
Yeah.
I mean, but I don't know if that makes it better or worse, man.
It's definitely worse.
It's more of a journalistic approach.
Okay.
I'm just sharing something. I'm sharing some information.
It's a journalistic approach if you're One News Network.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. Trey Nation, everybody.
Yes. Trey Max. So Trey's dealing with some home issues that hopefully he can get straightened out and dried
I do
up.
love that we're like 10 seconds into this and we're already making fun of Trey.
Oh, absolutely.
That's like some goals.
Any week you can start with making fun of Trey, especially when he's not around to call you names for it. It's a good thing for us.
Right.
Well, let me get all my stuff semi-situated here because I want to start not with the Pope, right? Because everyone's already talked about the Pope a little bit. We'll touch on the Pope a little bit. Oh. Yes, I know what I said.
We'll touch on the
Pope. We'll touch on the Pope a little bit today,
and they're going to touch on you
a little, though.
Just a little.
Not enough for a lawsuit.
Right. Oh, we'll keep it above the waist, right?
That's right.
Above the outside the pants.
Mm-hmm. Over the Pope hat.
Sorry.
No, today I'd rather start with something a little higher brow.
Oh.
That's new.
Yeah. An entire town got high because police burned 20 tons of confiscated weed.
Yeah.
Best day ever. Right?
I call it Garland.
Oh. Man.
Grandma and Grandpa were like, man, I feel amazing today.
Yeah.
You need to make definitely pot pie.
Yeah, this definitely did not happen in the United States, although it sounds like something that would. This actually happened in a Turkish town.
Oh, wow.
I hope that they pronounce this differently than we do here in the United States, because in print, this is what it looks like. There's a Turkish town called Lice.
Oh,
Yeah.
is it pronounced lice though?
That's my point. I don't know. It's spelled Lice. So the English would be Lice. Now, in France, there's a town called Nice, but it's spelled Nice, like nice.
Right.
I don't know the Turkish language. I don't even know if the official language of Turkey or the majority language in Turkey is even called Turkish. It might be some other language that is different than the name of the country. I have no idea.
Mm-hmm.
But for the sake of this story, I think it kind of fits. There's a Turkish town called Lice, population around 25,000, and they all got high recently because the authorities burned more than 20 tons of seized cannabis in the middle of town. In the middle of town.
First of all, okay. In the middle of town, what was the logistical thinking here? Like, oh, let's have like a bonfire of weed.
Yeah.
Again, why wouldn't they take it like to the outskirts where people don't live?
People say the air became thick with weed smoke for 5 days. Now that is a hot box.
Like, did everybody just call into work and just enjoy some
I think
time
you have
off?
to. I will admit, though, this is my nightmare because I recently discovered, because I didn't do much drugs when I was younger.
Yeah.
And throughout my adulthood, I really didn't do any because I'm worried about losing control. So I will never do anything like super hard. But when my wife and I went to Seattle last year, it's like, okay, I'm going to experiment some. I'm a grown ass man. It's finally time I should probably try it. It's not for me. All it does, and I tried every possible delivery system of marijuana. All it does is gives me. All it does is it gives me motion sickness. That's it.
Oh.
Yeah, that's not fun.
What if you tried it with a motion sickness patch?
I tried.
Oh, okay, and that
I got the patch. I took Dramamine. Yeah, it's just ugly. So 5 days of weed smoke in this Turkish town is my nightmare.
Okay, but explain to her that you don't have, like, you can't just stop at 2 puffs. Now, it gave you motion
this is our
sickness
problem.
because he smoked the entire joint.
Now, here's the thing, Raj. You're talking about something that happened almost 2 years ago, where I smoked basically in an entire dubage, and I shouldn't have, and that made me super nauseous.
Yeah.
So when we went to Seattle last summer, I experimented with more reasonable things, like I went to the store and got a pre-rolled joint, and I only took a couple of puffs. So I made sure to govern myself on how much I was taking in. Still got lightheaded, motion sick. Tried the gummy, still got motion sick, and it was a very small dosage. So there's me and weed just don't.
Yeah, I just got a gummy yesterday that's 1,000 milligrams.
Oh my gosh! How are you alive?
Yeah. Well, I haven't taken it yet. That's for tomorrow.
Oh, okay. Well,
Raj is saving that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's for a day off.
Rest in peace, sir. Rest in peace.
No, I usually take like a quarter and see. But this is the same brand I took 2 weeks ago, and it's delightful.
Like I've only done like the one, like I have trouble sleeping, so I've taken a few like to go to sleep or whatever. I know that's very lame and very boring. And
that's what I do it for.
I'm like, maybe a 15 milligram, maybe a 25 is as much as I'm gonna get out of it. And really all it does is give me a great night's sleep and an incredible amount of munchies.
Yes.
That sounds enjoyable.
Yeah. It's not terrible.
Yeah, so you just cut it up, and then you take as much as you want. But yeah, this is
1,000.
Yeah.
That's that's like another level.
Yeah.
It is. But it'll last me a while. Like, I'm not going to do the whole 1,000. Like, I'm not.
I swear to God, I'm actually feeling a little. I'm actually feeling a little motion sick. Just thinking about 1,000 milligrams of marijuana. Like, by the way, this town in Turkey, they didn't burn it in an incinerator. They actually arranged the bags of weed in the town center in the shape of the letters spelling out the name of the town, Lice, and that's why the smoke got out of control. They don't know whose bright idea this was. The marijuana had been confiscated over the previous 2 years with a U.S. street value. This is how much this town burned. A U.S. street value more than $261 million.
Wow.
Why wouldn't you? I would have made a deal with somebody.
Right?
Yeah.
Like,
I think
why
you can
burn it? Like send it to a place where it's legal, and
like
have
Amsterdam.
fun, everybody.
Yeah, make a deal with the Netherlands.
Yeah, that's over $250 million. Surely you can find a trade partner.
I'm pretty sure you could buy Istanbul for $261 million.
Well, and for that kind of cash for a small town like Lice or whatever, you probably could have just divided it amongst all 25,000 residents, and everybody would be rich and having a good time.
Yeah, and also maybe save a little bit and rename the town to something nice.
There you go.
Skunkweed. Welcome to Skunkweed, guys.
Skunk Town.
You're listening to the Treehouse. Visit us online at treehouseonair.com.
If you love guns or hunting, you're going to love Defender Outdoors. Defender Outdoors Shooting Center is 43,000 square feet of guns, gun range, and gun fun. Firearms, ammo, apparel, accessories, and more. Have a bachelor party, birthday, or team building event? All-inclusive packages available for endless entertainment. Training classes are added weekly, and private instruction is always available. Come see why Defender has been voted the best gun range in North Texas 5 years in a row. Visit us at defenderoutdoors.com. Defender Outdoors. Are you a defender?
We interrupt this program to bring you an important Wayfair message. Wayfair's got style tips for every home. This is Nicole Byer, helping you make those rooms flyer. Today's style tip: when it comes to making a statement, treat bold patterns like neutrals. Go wild! Like an untamed animal print area rug under a rustic farmhouse table from Wayfair.com. Ooh, fierce! This has been your Wayfair style tip to keep those interiors superior.
Wayfair, every style, every home.
You're listening to the Treehouse. Visit us online at treehouseonair.com.
This segment of the Treehouse Show is brought to you by Defender Outdoors. Defender Outdoors is Fort Worth's premier indoor gun range. Beautiful, safe facility in Fort Worth on Shott Street. And included with all the bays of the gun range, you also have 6,000 square feet of retail space filled with all the items you may want and or need: guns, ammo, gear, optics, knives, and more, including outstanding retail associates to help you with that next purchase. Speaking of, when you buy something at Defender Outdoors, use the code Treehouse for special discounts, both in-store and online. Use code Treehouse at Defender Outdoors for special discounts. This is the Treehouse Show. I'm Dan O'Malley, along with Raj Sharma and today's special guest, Rebecca Black. Our buddy Trey is dealing with some home issues. Hopefully he gets those squared away. If he does, he's going to jump into the Treehouse today. But if not, we'll hear from him later on this week and hear about the problems that he's been having at home. But for now, the problem I am having is what's the psychological term for, like, am I just making myself sick thinking about 1,000 milligrams of marijuana that you have,
Like
Raj?
when dudes get the pregnancy symptoms.
Yeah, I'm having
sympathy,
motion sickness just thinking about your 1,000 milligram gummy, Raj.
I dare you, bro. Do the whole thing.
Oh, okay.
I'm that person.
You don't have to
Sorry.
dare me. I've done 1,000 milligrams before. I just don't. Yeah, I just don't remember 17 hours.
Oh.
I would imagine not.
Yeah.
If I took 1,000 milligrams of weed, I would remember it because it would be my last day on this planet.
Right. I would die. Immediate death.
I went to sleep watching a Castle marathon, and I woke up to a Castle marathon. So like on Lifetime, the TV show Castle. Yeah.
Are there that many episodes, or did it just repeat?
I think I think I watched. I think every season happened. And
What
then
a
I woke up.
choice.
Most people
Lifetime.
binge on snacks, Raj.
I do that too. I mean, Jack in the Box does not help because their build your own munchie box is buy one get one free, And so it's
How
like
new is
$12.50.
this? Because I have not been to Jack in the Box in quite a long time, and I miss it, but I did not know they had a munchie box.
Yeah. Oh yeah. The commercial for it is two stoners pull up to the drive-through and they
Of
just start
course it
ordering
is.
stuff, and they're like, "Why don't we just put this in one box?" And so you can get the chicken sandwich, the spicy chicken sandwich, or their burger, their Texas burger or whatever. Then your sides can be tacos or onion rings or fries or whatever. So you can order like a spicy chicken sandwich and 8 tacos. And then it's buy
What?
one get one free. So you're getting 16 tacos and 2 chicken sandwiches.
First of all, that's insane, and I would not be surprised if Jack in the Box is actually like lacing their tacos with more weed so that it'll just
Absolutely.
keep
Have you seen the people that
recycling.
work the drive-through?
Absolutely.
Fact.
And the cycle continues.
Right, just a vicious Jack in the Box weed cycle.
Yeah. I love how we all grew up in the era of just say no to drugs, but now as adults, we actually can go to a drive-through and order munchie boxes without any sort of pretense.
But
Yeah.
I think it's because we're at that age where everything hurts.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's true.
in all honesty, like the moment you turn 40, it's like every joint in your body is in pain because you slept weird
Mhm.
or you
Yeah.
sat wrong, and that's
Yep.
messed up. So we're just looking for whatever answer is going to kind of cure it for a minute.
Yeah, I do a bit on stage, and this is 100% true. I pulled a muscle in my back so bad years ago that I was on the couch for 2 days, and this is where I discovered Tiger Balm. My ex-wife brought Tiger Balm home because it was that bad, and I
Yeah.
was folding laundry, not like aggressively, but just the way I've always folded it. And I snapped,
Pinkies out.
I snapped a t-shirt to get the wrinkles out, and I just literally just was watching TV, snapped the t-shirt to get the wrinkles out, and I was like, I think I'm gonna lay down forever now.
Yeah.
I think this is where I live. I live on this couch. Like,
Yeah.
It's so
Yeah.
sad. It's so sad. And it doesn't matter the amount, like I work out, I do cardio and all that kind of stuff.
Mhm.
And then I'll go to get into my car and it's a little lower to the ground. And it's like, oh,
Yeah.
the
And I-
heated seats are always on in it, by the way.
And I play sports in high school.
Yeah, the heated seats at our age,
Yeah.
heated seats
Yeah.
aren't because you're cold, it's because you
Yes.
need to heat up the muscles.
Game
Yeah, it's like-
changer. The air conditioning will be blasting at 60. And then I'm like, heated seat all the way up, please.
Yeah, people are like, "Are you cold?" Like, no, I need a lower lumbar. That's what I need right now. But I mean, that's why I don't advocate. Like, I've had knee problems and joint problems since sports in high school,
Yeah.
and like that's why I'm like, you got to wait till these kids are a little bit older and a little more developed before you start knocking them into the dirt. Because like I'll stand up. I still remember like my nephew who plays soccer. Like I stood up one time to get something out of the kitchen, and every joint popped, and he's like, "Was that you?" And I was like, "That will be you one day. Trust
Yes.
me."
Yeah.
You're
It's
going to
me
get
now, but it's your future.
Get ready for it. Like I'm trying to do my best to prepare you for how life really is. So just
Yeah.
take everything that I say and commit it to memory because you
Yeah.
will be here one day.
And
It is
kids
going
think
to happen. There is
Yeah,
the only
kids-
way to avoid it is something happens and you're no longer alive. But if you
Yeah.
live long enough,
Yeah.
time will get you.
and my nephews think like because they're kids, like I can do the same things. Like let's race, and I'm like, let's watch TV. Like-
Thank you. What
like
is that
Wheel of Fortune.
about?
He's like, let's see who can run the fastest. I was like, let's see who can solve this puzzle on the Wheel of Fortune.
Yeah,
Let's
like-
do that first.
At Christmas, they're like, let's go outside and play volleyball in the driveway. My girl nieces, and I'm like, no.
Why don't you guys do that?
Couch.
Come to me when there's a tiebreaker needed.
Yes. There you go. Amen.
Raj,
If
I-
you need me to judge you like diving into the swimming pool or something, I can sit down and do that all day. No problem.
Yeah.
Don't you dare ask me to get involved.
Volleyball
Yeah.
makes me spill my margarita.
we're too old to participate, but we're at
Yes.
the right age to comment.
Correct.
Yeah, I'm not going
Yes.
to participate, but I will judge.
That's right.
100%.
Sort of like Raj, I told you and Trey a couple of weeks ago that I've been having a shoulder issue and I was going to take a couple of months off and do some what was it? I was going to try to take some leave. I was going to do my own sort of medicating before I go to the doctor.
Of course.
That was like 3 weeks ago, and now it hurts worse. And even though I've been trying to rest it, and same thing, I don't even know what I did.
Yeah, I highly recommend Tiger Balm. If you have some, yeah, I don't know what the Chinese do with their bombs, but I don't know if it's made with real tiger, but it works. Like it's really good.
I went down to pet my Chihuahua the other day, and I actually would have liked a tiger to rip my shoulder from my body. It would have been preferable in the moment.
Makes sense. I get that.
And my shoulders dislocate naturally. So like when I sleep, I'll sleep like with this, like it just pops out of place.
Yeah.
So
Ew.
I've woken up. Yeah, both of them. And then I've woken up before where it's gone to sleep. And
Yes.
my hand was on my face. And I woke up and I was like, somebody is trying to kill me. So I just kind of waited. And then I just started punching the crap out of the hand. And then the sensation came back. And I was like, oh, I'm just beating myself up.
That was not real life. That was your 1,000-milligram gummy, bro.
Exactly.
No, this was years ago before I started doing it.
No, that was not real.
You're listening to the Treehouse. Visit us online at treehouseonair.com.
We interrupt this program to bring you an important Wayfair message. Wayfair's got style tips for every home. This is Nicole Byer, helping you make those rooms flyer. Today's style tip: when it comes to making a statement, treat bold patterns like neutrals. Go wild! Like an untamed animal print area rug under a rustic farmhouse table from Wayfair.com. Ooh, fierce! This has been your Wayfair style tip to keep those interiors superior.
Wayfair, every style, every home.
You're in the Treehouse. Visit us online at treehouseonair.com.
If you're listening to the show on 103.5 The X in Brownwood, that means you might miss a little bit of the show here and there. Well, you can catch up by listening or watching the Treehouse Show podcast. The Treehouse Show podcast is available on all major platforms like Spotify, the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, and more. You can listen and subscribe today at treehouseonair.com. Give the show a follow and subscribe, all that good stuff. treehouseonair.com, and catch the Treehouse Show podcast. I'm Dan, along with Raj, and today in the Treehouse, Rebecca Black is hanging out with us. Appreciate it. The topic of drugs has been pretty heavy today, and it wasn't intentional. It's just something that happens.
Yep.
And sometimes in the show, we just kind of go with things, and that's what I'm doing today. And I'm able to keep going, but still be topical by throwing in this drug-related story. Okay. A 38-year-old man in Kansas says he stole a rare Spanish-American war cannon from a park, not because he's a huge history buff, but because he wanted to pay off his massive drug debt.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That's not my first choice in things to grab, to steal, and then make money off of, but sure, I'll hear him out.
He does have goals. And he has big dreams. 38-year-old man from Kansas named Gordon Pierce stole a rare 800-pound Spanish-American war cannon from a park in Wichita. He owed his drug dealer $20,000. And because of that massive drug debt, he was worried that his dealer would kill him and his family if he didn't pay. So Gordon told police he was scouting copper statues to steal to make the money back. So it kind of makes sense. I see the logic. Instead of going after copper wiring or copper pieces, he's looking for a whole copper statue, probably not thinking about the fact that those are probably just finished in copper, like a penny, and it's other stuff underneath. But whatever, Gordon's clearly not that bright. He's got a $20,000 drug debt. Anyway.
I'm curious how he was able to pick up 800 pounds.
That's really good math.
He had to have been on drugs, right?
Of course.
On April 2nd, he spotted the cannon and figured that might make enough to pay back my drug dealer. So then he hired a homeless person to help him rip it out of the ground.
Okay, well, look at this. He's giving back to the community. This is really kind of touching.
He's creating jobs.
Yeah.
He is. That's better than what our government's doing right now.
That's true. Yeah, Gordon's created more jobs recently. He used a chain and a Chevy Tahoe to drag the cannon away.
Amazing.
Then he got some tools and cut it up into 4 or 5 chunks. He took the pieces to his drug dealer to show that he was working on the debt, and the dealer called the plan stupid.
That's definitely not what you want to hear from a guy who might kill you.
That's right. It's like, I want money, not chunks of cannon.
Yes. Cash,
Also,
please.
if you're going to try to pay your drug dealer back on something that is not actual money, maybe clear it with him beforehand, just to see if he'd be willing to accept payment on an 800-pound cannon before you hire a homeless guy to rip it out of the ground with you.
Right. Like, are you good with trade, bro? Like, how about that?
Like 800 pounds of scrap metal might have, I mean, depending on what it was, might come close to like him paying off that debt. But here's my other suggestion, and just call me crazy or logical. If you owe a drug dealer $20,000, how about this? Move.
Mhm.
Just
Good
Sell
point.
your
just move to a
house.
different city. Just
You're
move
in
to a different
Wichita,
city.
Kansas. It's not like you're gonna miss it.
Trust me, I was in Wichita last year doing the show there, and it is. You want to move.
I don't know though, but here's the problem with that theory is that word travels fast in a small town. So people know where this dude's going to move to, and then they're going to tell everybody. So he's going to get screwed no matter what.
Oh, I'm not saying take your family with you. I'm saying he should move.
Got it.
For the best.
You're in the Treehouse. Visit us online at treehouseonair.com. You're in the Treehouse. Visit us online at treehouseonair.com.
You can get even more Treehouse when you subscribe to Treehouse Plus. With Treehouse Plus, you get bonus content, subscriber-only episodes, including video, and it's all available at patreon.com/treehouseonair, Patreon, patreon.com/treehouseonair to subscribe to Treehouse Plus today. This is the Treehouse Show. I'm Dan O'Malley, along with Raj Sharma, and today's special guest inside the Treehouse, Rebecca Black. And today is Monday, May 12th, 2025. We did briefly touch on the fact last week, yes, there is a new pope. And one of the big questions I kept seeing over the weekend is that since the new pope is originally from Chicago, everyone wants to know, is he a White Sox fan or is he a Cubs fan?
Mm-hmm.
All
Of
the
all
things that this
to
man
ask.
Yeah, of all the things that this man has accomplished in his life, a
Right.
missionary in Peru, he's a dual citizen there, all the things that he has accomplished in his career as a priest, and all we really want to know about is Cubbies or White Sox.
Man, if that doesn't sum up the stupidity of America,
It really
like
does.
I don't
We
know
need to
what
know
else,
if is he a South Sider or North Side? Like what's going on?
I
Right,
actually
like-
posted that. I was like, I know he became the Pope, but the question on everybody's mind, Cubs or Sox. And just to let you guys know, he's a Sox fan.
Yes, and we actually have confirmation because they, I guess they didn't want to bother the new Pope, who is Leo the 14th. He has dubbed himself Leo the 14th, the first Pope from America. So go USA on that one. So they didn't want to bother the new Pope by asking him if he was in fact either a White Sox or Cubs fan. So they asked his brother.
Always a Sox fan. Our mother was a Cubs fan. I don't know, maybe he was always a Sox fan. Our mother was a Cubs fan. I don't know, maybe that clued in there. And our dad was a Cardinals fan. So I don't know where that all came from.
There you go. He was always a Sox fan.
Man, I feel better knowing that, don't you?
There's a great picture before they make the announcement of him, being the Pope. He's like in a hoodie, and I don't know if you've seen the picture. He's in a hoodie and a gray shirt, and he's watching a Sox game.
Oh,
Like they have an arrow pointing to him, and then there's like an arrow pointing to the TV, and like if you wanted to know, Sox fan, and he's like literally watching while they're doing like what they have to do.
Was this recent?
Yeah, just the other day.
I'm surprised there hasn't been like an AI generated of him like ripping open his robe and it having the Sox logo coming off his chest,
There will now, Rebecca.
Yeah.
There will be now.
Can I copyright that?
You should. Because
It'll be him. It'll be him with chiseled
Yes.
pecs and abs and huge
Yes.
arms. Basically, the same guy that does all of Trump's AI fake stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah, and I just wish he would. I wish they would let them stick to their names. Like I would follow Pope Rob. Like,
I was gonna say I don't even. What is his real name?
It's
Robert
Prevost. Yeah, Robert Prevost.
Prevost.
I just call him Rob. What's up, Pope Rob?
Yeah. What's up, P. Rob? No.
Pontiff Rob in the house.
I like it.
I would love to see that. He comes out onto the balcony and it's just a whole crowd going,
Yes.
P-Rob!
And he's got turntables and he just starts DJing like
I mean, you
P-Rob in
got
the
an
house.
American in there now. This is where it's going.
I can't wait for the next communion. It's like body of Christ, and it's like a double cheeseburger. Blood of Christ. It's just a Miller Lite. This is
High life.
Here.
Miller High Life. The champagne of beers, my friend.
That's right.
You're in the Treehouse. Visit us online at treehouseonair.com. You're in the Treehouse. Visit us online at treehouseonair.com.
It is time to advertise right here inside the Treehouse Show. If you're interested in sponsorship opportunities that are available, just shoot us an email, treehouseonair@gmail.com. That's treehouseonair@gmail.com to advertise right here inside the Treehouse Show. I'm Dan O'Malley along with Raj Sharma and Rebecca Black today on Monday, May 12th, 2025. You guys, you think that the first American Pope is going to do things a little bit differently in Vatican City?
Oh yeah, I cannot wait. I just want to see the Pope's robe, like just with sponsorships. Like
Oh my
Bush,
gosh.
like bush beans.
Bringing
Like,
capitalism into the Vatican.
how
It'll be
holy
like,
is your business?
like you could buy it like at like a rally house, right? You get yourself a Pope robe, put your name on the back. How sick would that be?
Sponsored by Tap Out.
Tap out. What a great reference.
They're gonna have the Pope mobile in NASCAR. Like it's gonna be great.
The Pope brought to you by Joe Rogan.
The Joe Rogan experience.
Just Joe Rogan.
Tap out, Jesus. Actually, wouldn't it be more fitting to have Affliction?
Oh, they're like the same brand. The Affliction, Tap Out. What? There's one more. Sinful.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be
yeah.
kind of.
Oh, that's a good
that is a
tie-in.
good
Info would be good. Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. Vegas, Sin City, just have that on the back, like "Welcome to Las
Sweet.
Vegas." Oh,
Maybe
you know-
throw a little Ed Hardy in there, and we're gonna have like the bro Pope of all time.
The bro
Pope Rob, P Rob, he's gonna do it, man.
Rob, bro Pope, let's go. God, if this is not the sequel to Idiocracy, like I don't know what else would be.
Oh, absolutely. And then this is great because I mean, it's not even a week into his residency,
Yeah.
and we've already got like 4 or 5 really solid nicknames for this guy.
We're so that like the Catholic mafia is coming after us after this, by the way.
They
For
probably
sure.
will. They probably
Yeah.
will.
Yeah.
I will admit I'm kind of this is one of the reasons why I'm surprised they went with an American Pope because
It's
like you said,
shocking.
we're gonna bastardize this whole thing.
Yeah, we're gonna
yeah.
ruin it real quick.
Yeah, I was like, when Trey was like, I can't wait to see who the Pope is. I was like, man, I hope he's Indian. I hope it's an Indian Pope, just so I can watch him turn Vatican City into the world's largest Hampton Inn.
Hold on though. We have a white American Pope. It will be trailer trash so fast.
Oh yeah, I can't wait. Like in Saint.
Well, the
Peter's
Vatican's
Basilica.
already in. The Vatican already has massive amounts of debt, so it actually tracks.
Okay, look at
And
that.
what's a good way to escape your debt? Put the house on wheels and move.
They refinanced the St. Peter's Basilica. They just refinanced it. Got a good interest rate.
All right, today is Monday, May 12th, 2025. Let's celebrate not only having a new pope, but celebrate the day with some birthdays. Emily Van Camp is 39 today. She is known as Nicolette on the Fox medical drama The Resident. I'm not even sure if that's still on. She was also Sharon Carter in the MCU and Emily Thorne on the TV show Revenge. Claire Bowen from Nashville is 40. I never know how to say his name. Raj, help me because I think you spend more time in Ireland than I have, and I don't know about Rebecca, but Domhnall Gleeson?
Yes.
Domhnall.
Yes, Domhnall Gleeson.
Domhnall?
Yep. He is 42 today. He's probably, I don't know who knows him best from what, but he was General Hux in the new Star Wars trilogy movies. He was the dude with the red hair who was sort of the also a bad guy. opposite Kylo Ren.
Yeah.
He was also the older brother Bill Weasley in the Harry Potter movies. He was also Caleb the programmer in Ex Machina or Machina. I'm not sure how you
I
say it.
love that
Machina.
movie.
We saw that recently. That's one of those movies that had been on my list for years.
Yes.
Finally saw it. It's really good.
It's great. If
Very
you're
creepy.
if you love AI and you think it's going to take over, like that's the show you want to watch.
Raj, that is your flick right there.
Okay, then I'm gonna watch it this weekend. I'm gonna take my
Also-
1,000 milligram gummy and watch Ex
Mhm.
Machina.
And also, just to let you know, like there's not many films that have this. Usually, when someone gets stabbed in a movie, you don't. It's not shown as much. In this movie, it is slow and deliberate, and my God, it is. Whoo!
Okay, I'll have to check it out.
So you want to see a robot stabbing a human proper?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's a
we can
good
just wait. We can just wait 10 years when it all starts to happen.
I don't want to experience that. I just rather
Yeah.
see it in the movies.
I'm like, how dare you insult my chat GPT? He will not hurt me. He's very nice.
Okay, that's how it starts.
He answers all my questions.
Mhm, he knows all your secrets.
He does. So many
Yeah, there-
secrets.
there
He
you
tried
go.
to
Do you-
narc
do
on
you-
me once.
Do you
See?
use your manners with your chat GPT bot? Do you say please and
No.
thank you?
I don't. I've never said thank you to it. And then
You are
now,
dead.
because it might shut down the internet, I'm like, thanks, chat GPT.
There
Yeah,
you
no,
go.
we talked about that a couple of weeks ago because
Yeah.
OpenAI's Sam Altman said it costs millions of dollars when people say please and thank you. It's like, I'm doing it just because it's good manners. And just in case they do take over, they'll be like, well, he was nice. So
Smart.
I
Smart.
still send everything via fax. So I'm not even worried about AI. I got carrier pigeons. I got all of it. They won't know where to find me.
Handwritten letters, all that good stuff. So sweet.
Raj uses the mail.
Right. You loser. You use the mail.
Gross.
You're listening to the Treehouse. Visit us online at treehouseonair.com. You're listening to the Treehouse. Visit us online at treehouseonair.com.
If you like to watch, you can watch us on YouTube. That's right. We, along with just about everybody else and their dog in this world, has a YouTube channel. But you can please go take a look, subscribe, and watch a few videos of ours. You may enjoy them. Find us on YouTube. Just search for the Treehouse Show podcast on YouTube, or go directly to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/@treehouseonair. That's youtube.com/@treehouseonair. This is the Treehouse Show. I'm Dan, along with Raj, and today's special guest, Rebecca Black from the Haunted AF podcast. Yay!
Yay, thank you. Hello.
We were talking in a break before because Rebecca, you and your friend Julie,
Mhm.
Both longtime DFW radio greats. You guys connected and started a spooky podcast, and I think you need to have Raj on your show because he has some experience with some haunted places.
Oh,
I do.
pray
I lived,
tell, sir.
I lived in my fraternity house in college was very, very haunted. If you go to Haunted Texas Legends and you look up the Pike House at Texas State,
And it wasn't just from the Souls of Virgins.
no, no. Well, but we did slay a lot of those.
I was gonna say there's probably a smidge of that.
Like we couldn't because so it was built in 1906. It was called Fisher Hall. It was the boys' dormitory for the military school that was next door. When that military school shut down, it became an Army Navy Veterans Hospital. Before it was an Army Navy Veterans Hospital, it was an insane asylum.
Oh, see, already
yeah.
a triple threat here.
Yes, our basement had a morgue. Like we had to actually put up air conditioning units so that you couldn't access the morgue area. And the only reason we had a shower is because there were floor drains because that was the operating room.
Okay.
So that's where the
that
blood
is
would go.
awesome.
Yeah. So we couldn't aerate our front lawn because of stillborn babies and limbs and stuff that were buried out in the lawn. So we weren't able to aerate. And like we had all kinds of, like we had the lady in the rocking chair. There was a rocking chair in one of the rooms that nobody ever lived in, and it would just rock on its own.
Oh god.
There was a little girl that ran up and down the halls. You'd hear her at night. Like you'd hear this like little girl like giggling and running up and down the hall.
Like an actual little girl, not a freshman.
I'm sorry.
No, little girl. Yeah.
It's this lady one night. Like his Friday night lady.
Yeah.
No, I was like, why are the child giggles like the most, I don't know, bone chilling thing of all of the ghost stories I ever hear? It's always the giggles that get me.
Well, yeah, I mean, like we had the largest fraternity house in Texas, 5th largest in the country. So we had 32,000 square feet, 26 bedrooms, and nobody had any kids. So when you heard a little girl laughing, one of my favorite two of my favorite stories, and I'll get to them real quick. Like we were having a meeting in the president's room for a party that we were doing, and my buddy was risk management. My buddy Brian's the president. I'm vice president, sitting there. And you remember those black like halogen lamps that everybody had in college? Like, you got at Target for like $10.
Yep.
He had one in his room and it was on. And my buddy Bobby keeps mouthing something, and I'm like, and I can't read lips, never have been able to. Like, it's all kids in like elementary school and high school like talk back and forth. I'm like, I don't know what the hell you're saying. And he kept mouthing something. I just kept looking. I was like, I just go, hey man, just what is it? What do you need? And the lamp is on, and he just picks up the cord and goes, I just want to know what this is plugged into. And then the lamp just literally slowly faded away. And I'm like, so you want to finish this meeting at the bar? Yep. And we all got in the car and went to the Green Parrot.
Oh yes, love the ambient music.
And then my buddy, I came back from Christmas break, and my buddy my pledge brother Casey Snell was the only one in the house. And so I was like, he's like, let's go outside and smoke a cigarette or whatever. And I'm like, let me put my laundry down real quick. And upstairs, he was living on the 3rd floor. All the rooms, all the doors closed. His opened, right, at a certain angle. He just grabbed a cigarette, or whatever. He's coming down the stairs, and he goes,
"Oh God, Dan! I thought somebody was haunted."
No, sorry. I'm sorry.
Damn you playing a sound effect.
Go ahead, Rob.
I got really excited.
You really got her.
It happened to Julie and I before. We were in the middle of an interview, and a guy, I can't remember his name, but he's like an actor or whatever, and he lives in a haunted house. And we were talking, and the door behind him went off, and so I thought that was happening all over again. How dare you?
That might still be. Go ahead, Raj. Tell us more. But you said all the doors were closed and then one open.
All the doors on the 3rd floor. Casey's door's open. We're gonna go outside and smoke a cigarette. And he's like, he goes, man, crap, I forgot my lighter. And he goes right up the stairs, and I'm on the landing. He goes right up the stairs. And he's like, come, I can hear him scream. He's like, get up here now. And go upstairs, and his door is shut, and every single door is open.
No.
Yeah. And he had about 4 seconds to do that. So I know he wasn't that fast. So so that's just a couple of the stories, but there were far more. That's not a giggle, but that was a sound. That was a sound I made a lot.
No, this is the one you made.
Yes,
right off the balcony.
Yeah, when our house caught on fire, a couple of meth heads broke in. We'd already sold the house. A couple of meth heads broke in and set it on fire. It made CNN. Like, that's how historical that house was. Yeah.
Wow.
But we were at we were having a crawfish boil, and a couple of the alumni I'm just talking to them, schmoozing, trying to get alumni money. And I just kind of looked up, and in the 2nd floor at the very end of the house, on the 2nd floor, I just saw a guy in a robe with a cigar, and I just I looked back, and there was nobody there. And one of our alumni was like, "You okay?" I was like, "It's the weirdest thing, man. I thought I saw somebody in the window over there." And he goes, "Bathrobe, curly hair, smoking a cigar?" And I go, "Yeah." He goes, "Yeah, that's the cigar smoking guy." And I was like, "Oh, okay." And then he was like, "Come with me." And he showed me it's a storage closet. So there's no way to even get into like where you would be able to look out the window.
Oh, wow.
So yeah. So there's a lot of stuff that happened that a lot of people can verify that happened to them as well. So it was pretty creepy. Yeah.
Yeah, those are some good ones. The black light thing with not being plugged into the wall, like that gets me.
Yeah. Like
I'm sorry, but a black light in any fraternity house would get anybody.
Oh, well, if it's shining on the walls, for sure.
Yeah, our fraternity house would look like a Jackson Pollock painting.
I'm like, how does that not exist? How is there not an account for that black light painting? Painting with quotations.
I still remember that episode of Friends where Ross got his teeth whitened.
Yeah,
he was on the date, and she's like, "Look at your teeth! Like you have a black light."
The good old.
Look,
days.
I'm like, if you don't want to know what's in there, then don't show up with a black light.
Correct.
Or luminol. Like we don't need that either.
No.
All right. For all things Haunted AF, go to hauntedaf.com. Check out Rebecca and Julie's show. Very fun. And I think you're just scratching the surface with Raj. So you should have him on the show.
Yeah.
And hear about a bunch
done.
more scary stuff.
Yeah,
sure.
I'd love to.
For all things Treehouse, go to treehouseonair.com. You can also find and follow the show on social media at Treehouse On Air. For me, it's at the Dan O'Malley. For Raj, it's at Comedian Raj. And for Rebecca, it's at Haunted Rebecca. How fitting. Best of luck to you on the rest of your Monday. And whatever you do, don't show up with a black light unless you really want to see what's going on. Just a little pro tip from the Treehouse Show. We'll see you back in here tomorrow inside the Treehouse. Thank you for getting that, Rebecca.